Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Chapter 16. Is that you, killed Draco? Coming to the sky above Analu and Sasuke, the yellow ape asked. What is Draco? However, this god did kill some mortals just now, despising this god. It seems that there are Draco among them. Saying that, Analu flew into the air from the street, at the same height as the yellow ape. Sasuke untied the Kusanagi sword and sat down on the roof of a house to watch the battle. It turns out that you guys are the ghosts, causing the old man to run. Grab it, pirates, swoosh. As soon as the words fell, the yellow ape stretched out his index finger, and a golden light burst out from his fingertip at an extremely fast speed, and exploded towards Analu. Without sensing the armed color, Analu did not dodge, allowing the beam of light to shoot through his body. Don't even hide. The yellow ape was a little surprised by Analu's reaction. Zig. Multiply. But the next moment, the yellow ape understood the reason. With several blue electric rays flickering in the wound that was shot, Analu's wound disappeared instantly, and it was impossible to see that this was the place where it was shot through just now. Is it the thunder fruit in the natural system? It's terrible. A lowly mortal dares to attack God. God wants to punish you. But what are you? Being able to possess the thunder fruit was enough to make the Navy pay attention, Yellow Ape asked. God is God. God is me. Quote, Yellow Ape. Sasuke. Listening to Analu Nakaji's speech, Sasuke and Yellow Ape were speechless for a while. This long-eared guy can't have a brain problem, right? The Yellow Ape guessed so in his heart. Swoosh. Lightspeed kick. In an instant, the Yellow Ape flashed to Analu's head, and his golden glowing foot was about to kick down. Humble mortals, still refuse to give up. Your attack can't hurt me. Still. Not sensing the color of the armament, Analu said fearlessly defiantly. Yes, armed color. In an instant, the yellow ape launched an armed color. What? Boom. When sensing the armed color, Analu didn't have time to react at all, and was directly kicked to the ground, smashing a big hole. Alas, I said it all. This is the end of the miserable confidence. Watching Analu being kicked down, Sasuke sighed and gloated, not meaning to help in the slightest. Ahem. Cough. Damn it, dare to hurt this god. This god is going to kill you. From the big pit, Analu, who stood up, lifted the golden stick and slammed it heavily on the taiko drum behind him. Thunderbird. With a loud shout from Analu, a giant bird completely formed by lightning flew towards the yellow ape. Is this the ability of the thunder fruit? It's terrible. The yellow ape's disapproving look deeply stimulated Analu. HMPH. Ignorant mortals, when you were electrocuted to ashes, look how you still shout. Quote. Boom. The thunderbird completely engulfed the yellow ape. When the thunder light dissipated, the yellow ape was gone. Is there not even ash left? This is the end of challenging this god. Analu saw that the yellow ape, already killed by his own thunderbird, laughed arrogantly. Tiankong Cloud Sword. Suddenly, the golden light condensed into a human form behind Analu. It was the yellow ape holding a golden lightsaber that was about to pierce Analu's heart from behind. Can't dodge. Will die. Seeing the domineering perception, he conveyed such a message to Analu. Alas, I'm going to strike so soon. Although he was complaining, Sasuke's movements were not slow. The Eye of Reincarnation has already been revealed, and the yellow ape has been locked, and it is about to launch the Heavenly Hand power. It's them coming. It seems that I don't need to make a move. Sasuke once again hid the Eye of Reincarnation under his hair. Bang. The sound of the collision of the slash was heard, but the scene of Analu being penetrated did not appear. The lightsaber stopped in front of a white-haired man. The person who came was Gojo, who launched the infinite limit technique and blocked the lightsaber with one hand. No matter how hard the yellow ape tried, the lightsaber could not inch. What? How can it be? The yellow ape couldn't believe the scene in front of him and exclaimed. Although his own strength is not comparable to Vice Admiral Carp and Marshal of the Warring States, as a naval admiral, how can his strength be weak? This person in front of me actually stopped me with one hand lightly. And a relaxed look. Neither Lieutenant General Carp nor Marshal of the Warring States can do it. Oh, it's dangerous. Did my subordinates do something they shouldn't? You actually want to kill him? Keeping the lightsaber blocked, Gojo asked. Swoosh. The yellow ape did not answer, but immediately distanced himself from Gojo. This person in front of him is too weird. Phew, Captain, here you are. On the edge of life and death, walking through the Ani road, he exhaled. Are you the spell pirates, Captain Gojo? The yellow ape who retreated into the distance. According to Gojo Gogo's unique dress, he remembered the person on the bounty order. Ha, I didn't expect that the famous admiral would actually recognize such an ordinary me. If you can easily take it, and the people attacked by the admiral are ordinary people, then there are no ordinary people in this world. General Yellow Ape, it's really a prize. So, can I take my subordinates away? Gojo spoke to the yellow ape easily, without making any defensive gestures, as if it was not an enemy in front of him. Do you think that as an admiral, you can let the pirates leave unharmed? That's what I said, you still have to go back to the errand. Yes, if you can tie your hands, that's great. The yellow ape's voice came from a distance, but the next moment it suddenly appeared in front of Gojo's eyes. Lightspeed kick. The golden foot kicked at Gojo, which was the yellow ape's all-out blow. Gojo had already captured the yellow ape's movements, stretched out his palm, and once again blocked the yellow ape's attack. Boom! There was an earth-shattering roar in the sky, and the dazzling golden light instantly shone on the nearby streets, covering the entire island. Whether pirates, navy or civilians, they all looked up at the sky in the distance in horror. What's going on over there? The golden light dispersed, and two tall figures appeared in the sky. One was Wooho and the other was the yellow ape, neither of which was injured, and it didn't seem to come out of the center of the explosion just now. It's a pity that I can't just tie my hands. I'm still in a hurry. So, next, I have to show some skills. Quote. The next moment, Gojo stepped on a volley under his feet, and without hesitation, he directly moved to the yellow ape in an instant, and the spell on his fist surged, and he was wrapped in armed color domineering and smashed down at the yellow ape's abdomen. Due to its speed, the yellow ape could not make dodging movements, and could only cast armed color domineering to resist. Bang! Poof! Even if there is an armed color domineering defense, it is impossible to be unharmed by a powerful blow from Wooho Goku. The yellow ape instantly spat out a mouthful of blood, and his stomach turned upside down, only feeling that today in the office, the tea he drank was going to be vomited. Oh my god, my eyes are not flowering. The pirates and navy in the distance, looking at the scene in the sky, couldn't help but stop the battle and sigh. What exactly did they see? Admiral Yellow Ape was beaten and vomited blood by a pirate newcomer. In the air, regaining his stabilization, the yellow ape said to Gojo. The current pirate newcomer is really a monster. Are you going to stop us now? The captains of the navy have all been killed, I don't mind beheading another admiral. Gojo used the calmest words to say that he wanted to kill the general. But instead of answering Gojo's words, the yellow ape shouted. Ha, what the? You said that Draco was not killed by you. The one who killed the Draco has already run away. Damn bastards, don't run. The yellow ape shouted in the opposite direction, and deliberately raised the sound so that the people around him could hear it, and then turned into golden light, and did not hesitate to explode directly into the distance. After the brief confrontation just now, the yellow ape had already understood the horror of the 5 realizations. Coupled with the fact that there are Sasuke and Esters next to them, the yellow ape feels that it is better to go first. I really don't know how this monster appeared. Gojo. I actually ran away. As a captain, I still want to play a handsome in front of my crew. Looking at the yellow ape who ran so brightly, Gojo suddenly felt helpless. Worthy of acting ape. Good acting. Sasuke. Is this the admiral? Actually ran away. Esters, who had just arrived, also said, it's so fast to escape, I still want to test the strength of the admiral. Analu, bastard, don't run if you have the ability, this god will fight you for 300 rounds. Sasuke taunted from the side. Save it. If it weren't for the captain, you would have been killed long ago. Analu. Ha, what did you say? Sasuke. How? Not convinced. You. Analu glared angrily at Sasuke. Sasuke pressed his hand on the Kusanagi sword and said. Want to fight? HMPH. Aniro snorted, not looking at Sasuke. The strength is not as good as the people, and I have to bow my head. Sasuke and Analu. Gojo Goku didn't bother because he had more important things to do now. The system suddenly issued a reward. Ding. Congratulations to the host. Fight off Admiral Yellow Ape and open the Blue Star Mall function. Quote. Blue Star Mall. What is this feature? Back to the host. As long as you pay enough Bailey, the host can buy any items on the Blue Star Mall in the Blue Star Mall. Are you saying that you can buy things from my past life, that planet? Yes, host. In addition, in order to be more adapted to the world, this system has made magic changes to some items, which will have unexpected effects. Quote. Oh, have magic items. That's worth looking forward to. Quote. Chapter 17. Navy Headquarters, Office. What do you say? You let the Draco killing spell pirates escape. Gojo's strength is not weaker than yours. The Yellow Ape returned to the naval headquarters, and the warring states were shocked when they heard the Yellow Ape's report. Not only that, Gojo Goku's subordinates are not ordinary people, among them, Esther's and Sasuke, although they did not fight with them, but they gave me a very dangerous feeling, should have the combat power of a general, even if it is not as good, it is not far off. There is also a guy who calls himself a god, who is supposed to be a new member, and he has the ability to sound thunder fruits. You mean, they are a novice pirate group, the strength of the regiment leader is not weaker than the general, and the cadre is either the strength of the general or has the potential of the general. How can it be? It won't be an excuse for you to touch the fish and make casual ones, right? Marshal of the Warring States, I have always been conscientious and conscientious, how can I touch fish? They are indeed terrifyingly strong, if not for me running. No, it's the rapid tactical retreat, which has long been sacrificed for the Navy. Quote. Although the Yellow Ape often touches fish, it should not talk nonsense about this kind of thing. The Warring States had basically believed the Yellow Ape's report. However, the Admiral actually could not take it, a novice pirate group. If this is said, I am afraid that no one will believe it. Bastard, another troublesome guy at sea. The 4 emperors of the New World are enough to give him a headache, and now a monster-like rookie pirate group has emerged. If it is not solved early, maybe it will be another group of pirates of the 4 emperors. Pass the order down, immediately send someone to secretly monitor the movements of the spell pirate group, and report it as soon as there is a situation. Also, immediately take control of the Chambord Islands to prevent the flow of information today. Otherwise, the prestige of the Navy will be completely lost. Marshal Sengoku ordered after a short thought. Is it just surveillance? If the spell pirate group is not dealt with early, it will be dangerous. Quote. The Yellow Ape who has faced the spell pirates knows that if they are left alone, it will be a big trouble. Of course, dispose of it, and when the Green Pheasant and the Red Dog come back, they will launch a demon slaughter order. The 3 major generals will strike at the same time to eliminate the spell pirate group. Quote. The order of slaughter is formed by the naval headquarters authorized by the world government to carry out indiscriminate and destructive attacks on designated areas to completely eliminate those who pose a threat to the rule of the world government. And the demon slaughter order dispatched by the 3 major generals at the same time is enough to make anyone in the world pay attention. For the Navy, the spell pirate group is necessary to dispatch this power. The motto of the Ark Sailing in the Blue Sky reads, "Come, one per person." Gojo gave his phone to the members of the spell pirates, as well as Korid and his men. What is it? After Sasuke got the phone, he looked at the strange look and was a little puzzled. This thing is called a mobile phone, a communication tool, similar to the usage of the phone worm, but the mobile phone has more diverse functions. In addition to the phone function, there is also a navigation function. Gojo explained. Navigation features. Go-sama, what is the navigation function? The navigation function is, where you want to go, just enter the address on this nautical map app, it will plan the most suitable route and guide you there. Like a record pointer. No, it's more powerful than the recording pointer. The recording pointer can only point to the location of the end point, and the route cannot be planned. The navigation map can plan for you the safest and most feasible route, which can help you avoid storms, whirlpools and other dangers. The most important thing is that the nautical map does not need to be full of magnetic force like recording the pointer, it can be used anytime, anywhere. Can take you anywhere. So powerful, if this thing is sold, whether it is pirates, the Navy, or others, they will be happy to buy it. If we can mass produce, we may be able to become the richest people in the world. It seems that although you are a little pirate, your brain is not stupid. Karat. Hey, hey, hey. Go-sama. It's a prize. However, These things will wait until we take Dressrosa. Take Dressrosa. It is now occupied by Doflamingo of His Majesty's 7 Martial Seas. Are you going to overthrow his rule? Quote. Korlat knew that Gojo Goku had already defeated Nanabukai, and even repelled Admiral Yellow Ape, so he did not question Gojo's statement that he would defeat Doflamingo. Well, that's of course. Doflamingo ruled Dressrosa for many years, controlled industries in many parts of the world, was well funded, and took both black and white. If you do not overthrow him, who will you overthrow? Sasuke. What about after the overthrow? Esters. Are you going to be king? Quote. Shouldn't I be able to be both a pirate and a king? Gojo grinned. Sasuke showed an interested expression and said, oh, things have become interesting. Then I can also be a general and lead troops to war. Thinking that he could lead troops to fight, Estes was a little excited. Of course you can. I want to build the strongest country in the world. Fighting a war is certainly indispensable. I can't wait. Esters' eyes suddenly sharpened. Gojo opens the navigation map app and enters Dressrosa on it. The navigation map guides you, the whole time. Analu, go straight at full speed. Ben God, received. As Gojo Goku advanced towards the kingdom of Dressrosa, the entire sea also fell out. Although the Navy had done its best to block the news of Gojo's killing of Draco in the Chambord Islands still spread. Major newspapers have reported on major events in the Chambord Islands. Shock. The Chambord Islands Draco was killed. Who did it? Open double angle bracket. Shock. Repelling the Admiral Yellow Ape. What is the Divine Spell Pirate Group? Open double angle bracket. Kill Draco. Fight off Admiral Yellow Ape. Is another Emperor of the Sea about to be born? Close double angle bracket. The Draco was killed, the Yellow Ape was repelled, and all kinds of news about the Spell Pirate Group spread throughout the sea in one day. And this directly caused a sensation in the pirate world. This, how can it be? The Admiral was just repulsed. Quote. Shish, actually killed Draco. Don't you know that Draco is the ruler of the world? Quote. Killing Draco in the Chambord Islands, repelling the Admiral, and retreating with all your body, is this really something that an obscure novice pirate group can do? Is there really going to be one more emperor on the sea? Whether it is pirates or civilians are discussing, everyone is surprised, facing the birth of the Spell Pirate Group, but there is no information about them. They are full of endless doubts and curiosity. Pity. Gojo, Esters, and Sasuke are not people of this world themselves, and Analu has been unknown to the empty island before. So although many people had the intention to collect their intelligence, they only collected the Spell Pirate Group suddenly appeared from the East China Sea, and then sang all the way, as for their origin, but nothing was found. Chapter 18. After several days of air navigation, Gojo and his party finally arrived in Dressrosa. Although Gojo Goku, based on his memories of his past life, has already introduced the basic situation of Dressrosa to everyone. But when they actually saw this, they still showed quite interested eyes. Looking down at the free-moving toys below, Esters, Sasuke and the others showed a hint of curiosity on their faces. Standing to the left of Gojo, Estes said, "This world is truly wonderful, and through the devil fruit, you can have the ability to turn people into toys." Sasuke, who was to Gojo's right, said with great interest, "If you have the chance, I really want to eat the devil fruit and see what magic it has." Gojo said, "Your strength is already at the top of this world. It doesn't matter if you eat the devil fruit or not. If you eat it, it will give you one more weakness." Sasuke nodded, agreeing with Gojo's words. Being cursed by the sea is indeed a problem. I'd better not turn into a dry duck like Analu. Quote. "Ha, are you looking down on Ben God?" Analu instantly distanced himself from Sasuke, looking like he was about to fight at any moment. "Are you not convinced?" Sasuke directly put the sword wrapped in armed color domineering against Analu's neck. "Nope, not. God is right. You're right." Feeling the coldness coming from the sword, Analu immediately relented. HMPH. With a snort, Sasuke put his sword into its sheath. The arc proverb slowly landed, on the dock of Dressrosa. Gojo, Esters, Sasuke, Analu, and Luki disembarked. Korlat and others stayed on the proverbs to watch the ship. Anyway, with mobile phones, even if someone grabbed the arc proverbs, if they couldn't beat it, they could contact them in time. Just kill all the way to it. Estes pressed his hand to his sword, as if he was about to rush out with the order of Gojo. Of course not. If we want to capture this country, we can easily take it by force, but what we want is not a shell, we want to control the hearts of the people of this country with us. Gojo stopped Estes. So what to do? Luki, in. The 6 of you go and find Doflamingo's Cadre granulated sugar, and report to me as soon as you find it. There are also image phone bugs set up in places where there are many people in Dressrosa, waiting for my orders at any time. As agents, this kind of thing is what they do best, and it is most appropriate to leave it to them. Yes. The 6 Luki answered in unison. Let's go. The 6 of Luki directly dispersed, and Gojo Goku, along with Estes, Sasuke, and Analu, entered the city area of Dressrosa. Although the methods were cruel, Doflamingo did manage Dressrosa well. However, this is also what it looks like on the surface. At the moment, Dressrosa is very lively, because an extremely grand arena duel attracted the attention of many people. Because it is said that the reward this time is the burning fruit of nature. With this fruit, you have the potential of a general. It's just that as far as Gojo knows, the burning fruit at this time should have been eaten by Ace. And there can never be 2 identical devil fruits in the pirate world, and Doflamingo must have some purpose in doing this. Ha, interesting. Gojo shook his head and chuckled. Go around by yourselves, I'll go see what tricks Doflamingo plays. Estes asked, are you going to grab the burnt fruit? If it's really burning fruit, it's better to grab it, if not, it won't matter. Hearing this, Sasuke said lightly, then you can go for a trip, I can just walk around. With that, Sasuke left with a few jumps. Benshin is also gone. Analu disappeared as a bolt of lightning. It's a fight, remember to call me. Of course. After speaking, Estes turned and left. After seeing the 3 of them away, Gojo turned his head to the arena in Dressrosa, signed up, and entered the waiting area. It is worthy of burning fruit, and it attracts many people. The entire waiting area looks like hundreds of people, and the number is increasing. Gojo received a number, and the duel was randomly called according to the number. Gojo doesn't care much about when he plays, he is only interested in this so-called burnt fruit. Seeing Gojo come in, the people who were already present instantly gathered on him with defiant eyes. But when they saw the 5 realizations, they instantly converged their provocative gaze. Because Gojo is the big man who has been in the limelight recently. Kill Draco. Fight off the admirals. Each of these events is an earth-shattering event. Seeing that Gojo actually appeared here, those who recognized Gojo were shocked. He is the captain of the Spell Pirates, and he has white hair. What? It's actually him. Is it he who killed Draco and repelled the admiral? Why is a character like him here? Did he also come to burn the fruit? It's over. How else to fight this? It seems that the victory and defeat have been divided. ... Although many people felt pressure on Gojo's strength, no one left the scene. Because they still hold a trace of luck, looking forward to that glimmer of hope for success, winning the championship, and getting the burnt fruit. Gojo ignored their reaction. Instead, he slowly walked to Rebecca in the corner and sat down. Gojo turned to Rebecca and asked, why are you fighting for the burnt fruit? Rebecca was a little surprised by Gojo's sudden question, but instead of answering Gojo's question, she asked instead. I heard that you are very powerful, so why are you a pirate? If you want to be a pirate, you can do it, there is no why. Gojo said lightly, if you want to do it, you pirates are really wanton. Do you know how many people will die because of your wanton actions, and how many people will lose their fathers and mothers? Rebecca listened to Gojo's words and thought of her mother, who was killed by Doflamingo, and a wave of anger welled up in her heart. I never kill innocents, people do not offend me, I do not offend, and those I kill are the first to attack me. Speaking of which, I'm just defensive. How can there be pirates who don't kill indiscriminately? Do you think I will take your word for it? Ha ha ha, it doesn't matter if you don't believe it. Gojo said in a voice that was only the 2 of them. But you want to defeat Doflamingo and overthrow his rule, right? Snatching the burnt fruit is also to gain strength, isn't it? Rebecca was a little shocked by Gojo saying her purpose. She had never told anyone, why would Gojo know? Who the hell are you? I can help you overthrow Doflamingo's rule and free the country, and as a condition, you will serve me. Rebecca, as the princess of the Riku royal family, with her support, can become the new king of Dressrosa after overthrowing Doflamingo. You said you were going to overthrow Doflamingo's rule. As long as I work for you. What other purpose do you have? You can't do this for me. Quote. How to say that she is also a princess of the royal family, Rebecca does not believe in this kind of pie in the sky. Of course, after overthrowing Doflamingo, I will become the new king of this country, and you will assist me, how about it? After all, you are also coveting the throne of this country, you are all the same. I'm not like him, he rules the country in a cruel way, and I won't. Who wouldn't say that? Even if I don't agree to your conditions, you will attack the country, right? Well, it will attack, but if you support me to the throne, you can act as a supervisor to supervise whether I govern the country well, and if I can't do it, you can overthrow me at any time. How? Agree. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Rebecca was silent for a moment and said, I can promise you, but you'd better do what you say, or I'll definitely kill you. Even if he does not agree, Gojo will rob the country, and since this is the case, agree to his conditions. If you want to overthrow Doflamingo, maybe this is the best chance. If she succeeds, then she supervises Gojo to be a good king, and if she fails, she has nothing to lose. Is it just that he can do it? Rebecca was skeptical. Ha ha ha, no problem. You won't regret your decision today. Gojo assured. Chapter 19. Dressrosa, the young lord, the people of the Spell Pirates, has reached Dressrosa, although it is different from the plan, but their captain Gojo has indeed arrived at the arena and participated in the decisive battle to capture the burning fruit. Picard reported to Doflamingo. Continue to monitor and report to me as soon as there are changes. Sitting on the throne of the palace of Dressrosa, Doflamingo listened to the report of his men. Yes, young lord, are we really going to attack the Spell Pirate group? Diamante asked. Can't you? Or are you scared? No, I'm just worried that if we fight the Spell Pirates, we will lose a lot. After all, they are the ones who have repelled the generals. Who said we're going to fight the Spell Pirates? What does the young master mean? It's the Navy that wants me to deal with the Spell Pirates. Trable, if you have the name of Chiwusi, you have to obey their orders, and there is no way around it. Diamante, they can't fight it themselves, but they want us to deal with it. Doflamingo, this time the Navy only needs me to drag the Spell Pirate group, and they will personally send someone to eliminate it. The Navy asked us to hold the Spell Pirates, and didn't say we wanted to fight them, just leave them in Dressrosa. Diamante suddenly realized. So, the young master used the fake burnt fruit as bait to let them participate in the duel in the arena. Quote. Trable, in this way, you can not only avoid fighting with the Spell Pirate group, but also fulfill the order of the Navy and keep the name of the Seven Wuai, young Lord Wise. Quote. Hee as soon as the Navy arrives, we will sit on the mountain and watch the tiger fight. Hee. After several battles in the arena, it was finally Gojo's turn to play. Gojo came to the entrance along with the contestants who participated in this duel. The contestants at the entrance did not obey anyone, and all scanned the surrounding opponents with extremely aggressive eyes. Observe who should be chosen as the opponent. In the end, many people focused their attention on Gojo. It seems that they want to solve the 5 realizations first, and then divide the victory and defeat. For those who look at themselves, Gojo also understands what they are calculating, but in the face of absolute strength, no conspiracy will work. Gojo turned his head indifferently, ignoring their gaze. Finally, the traces of the previous battle have been cleared, and Gojo enters the arena with the players of the field. As the slogan of the host began to sound, the atmosphere in the venue instantly became tense. But unlike the previous battles, the participants did not immediately start fighting, but surrounded Gojo. Gojo grinned. Ah, isn't it unfair for so many people to beat me one? Don't blame us for not talking about martial virtue, after all, you are too strong. How strong is it to defeat the Admiral? It's really curious. Gojo, I don't think you want to know the answer to this question. How do you say that people want to know more? Kill. As soon as the words fell, a contestant raised the sword in his hand, slammed towards Gojo, and stabbed fiercely. Looking at the person who rushed up, Gojo stretched out his right index finger, did not dodge or dodge, and pointed up at the tip of the sword. Looking at the 5 Goku in front of him, He did not dodge, but wanted to use his finger to block his sword, and the man's eyes seemed to have seen the scene of the 5 Goku fingers being cut off and his body being pierced. Oh, the one who defeated the admiral, nothing more than that. Touch. However, the bloody scene he imagined did not appear. His sword collided with Gojo's fingertips, and he only felt as if he had stabbed into some barrier. What? Why can't it be pierced? Challenging me comes at a cost. Gojo instantly urged the spell. A powerful force passed from the sword instantly broke into several pieces, and his whole person flew out upside down like a cannonball. Boom. The whole person was embedded in the walls of the arena, and it was unknown whether he was alive or dead. Since he is going to have the consciousness of death when he goes to the arena, and he strikes at Gojo, then he naturally will not show mercy to his subordinates. The others, who were about to attack Gojo, were frightened by this scene and stopped for a while. Are you going to be my opponent next? Gojo gave a scary smile. Oh. Seeing Gojo's wonderful battle, the audience burst into cheers. The players in the field felt fear. Strange. Blame. Monsters. Quote. Some people are so scared that they start to retreat. Since you are on the field, how can you retreat? Whoosh. Sue. Quote. Whether it was the cheering spectators or the players in the field, they only saw a black shadow flashing in front of them. The next moment, everyone in the field flew out backwards. Whether they were more than 10 meters tall or those with excellent armor, they were defeated almost at the same time. At this moment, the audience in the field and the players in the waiting area were shocked. Even Doflamingo and the others, who were monitoring the venue through the video phone worm, had solemn expressions. In an instant, everyone else in the room fell. Only one person in the field was still standing there, and he was still standing where he was standing, as if he had never moved. He was the gray-haired Gojo. Could it be that he was the one who shot everyone away? People who saw it with their own eyes could not believe what was happening in front of them. And Rebecca, who was watching the battle, also showed a look of surprise in her eyes, covered her mouth with one hand, and almost exclaimed. It turns out that he is really strong. Even in the newspaper, she had seen various deeds of Gojo, but she still couldn't imagine that Gojo was powerful, but now she saw his strength with her own eyes. After the battle, Gojo ignored the shock of everyone and left the scene. Returning to the waiting area again, everyone present looked at Gojo with a bit of awe and vigilance. After all, they are almost knocking off all opponents at the same time, and those opponents they think they can't easily defeat, the gray-haired 5 realizations, really worthy of the name. Returning to the waiting area, Gojo met Rebecca, who came over. Gojo smiled at Rebecca and said, "Oh, Rebecca, I won. It seems that you are really powerful. If it were you, maybe you can really do it." Gojo leaned close to Rebecca's ear and whispered softly, "I will definitely do it if I promise you, don't worry." The handsome face was close at hand, and the gentle words seemed to make her unquestionable. At this moment, Rebecca almost forgot his pirate identity, believing that he would be able to overthrow Doflamingo and become a good king. Dressrosa, Pika in the palace. White-haired Gojo, really terrible. It's good that there was no direct conflict with him. Trable. What was that just now? Is it the ability of the devil fruit? Doflamingo. The white-haired 5 realizations are indeed worthy of the name, and they are worthy of being a guy that even the Navy is afraid of. Quote. Chapter 20. Sitting on the throne of Dressrosa's palace, Doflamingo took the phone worm exclusive to the Nanabusi and said, "Marshal of the Warring States, when will your navy arrive? If you don't come again, the pirates will leave. Don't blame me for not stopping you then." Hearing Doflamingo's urging, Sengoku deliberately said, "How? Known as Tenyusha, you can't even stop a novice pirate group. Even your admiral can't stop it, how can I stop it?" "You say yes, Marshal of the Warring States." Doflamingo was also at odds with each other, deliberately taking the admiral's defeat as a matter of it. "Don't worry, our navy will arrive soon. If you want to keep the title of Chiwusi, drag them until we arrive." Snap. Doflamingo didn't answer, and threw the phone bug aside. "Hello, feed. Quote. Snap. Seeing that no one answered, the Marshal of the Warring States also threw the phone bug away directly. "Bastards, all a bunch of uncivilized guys. Gojo, the rest area of the arena. Sits side by side with Rebecca. Do you know where the burnt fruit is? In the past, the rewards of the arena would be placed on the podium of the arena, but this time they did not. Have you ever seen a burnt fruit? Nope. In other words, you have not even seen the burning fruit, so you fought for your lives to participate in the duel. What's wrong? Do you suspect that there is a problem with burning the fruit? It could be fake. Fake? No way. Gojo continued, when did this contest start? Quote. The announcement started yesterday afternoon. It started this morning. It feels different from before. This time it went a little hastily. It's really rushed. Rewards like burning fruits. The duel match can't be rushed like this, so that the news can't be spread at all, and the number of players who can participate will be greatly reduced. Unable to maximize profits, Doflamingo could not have made such a mistake. Did Doflamingo do this for any purpose? Maybe. Too little information is known, and Gojo is not sure of Doflamingo's purpose. Jingle bells. Jingle bells. Gojo's phone rang. What's ringing on you? It's my phone ringing. Cell phone. Gojo took out his phone. It was Sasuke calling. Hey, Sasuke, what's the matter? Just now, a sneaky person who was following me was caught by me, and he said that Doflamingo sent to spy on us. Are you sure? I forced the question with illusion. The information should be accurate. Okay, I see. Gojo hangs up the phone. Hearing Sasuke's affirmation, Gojo fell into deep thought. The duel match of burning fruits was so hasty. It was announced yesterday, it started today, and we happen to be here today, as if it was specially prepared for our spell pirate group. Now someone is sent to monitor the crew of the spell pirates. So, is Doflamingo's goal for us? This is also not right, and if it is to deal with us, these means are useless. He should be very clear. So what is he for? If Doflamingo is targeting us, then the burning fruit duel is meant to attract us to grab it. And the burnt fruit was not placed on the podium as before. Even if Doflamingo didn't burn the fruit, he could have made a fake one and put it there, but he didn't. He should be afraid that we will directly rob it and find that the burnt fruit is fake. However, he should have other intentions. After all, when we win the duel, he will also take out the burnt fruit, which will also show the stuffing. Why did he make us participate in the duel tournament with the spell pirates? In order to delay time. Gojo's enlightenment flashed. So he has the confidence that he can defeat us just by dragging us here. What is the solution? Have a helper. 4 Emperors Kaido. It is impossible that his relationship with Kaido is potentially underwater and cannot be exposed, otherwise the Navy will not let him go easily. Then it seems that there is only one possibility for his helper. It's the Navy. If that's the case, it makes sense. It turned out to be cooperation with the Navy, degenerate, Brother Min. Working with the Navy. You mean Doflamingo? Well, he should be cooperating with the Navy, and the purpose is our spell pirate group. Are you spelling pirates so powerful? Doflamingo has to cooperate with the Navy to dare to attack you. Quote. Ha. Gojo chuckled and said, with the strongest in the world, the spell pirate group is invincible, do you say powerful? The strongest in the world. You can blow it up. Rebecca obviously didn't believe what Gojo said. Jingle bells. Jingle bells. Gojo's cell phone rang again. It was Lucy's call. Hey, Lucy, what's the situation? Doflamingo's cadre granulated sugar has been found, and Kaku is tracking. Are the video phone bugs all set up? Ready to play at any time. Very good. Help me convey to Esther's, Sasuke and Analu, let them go to the Dressrosa Palace, the 6 of you go according to the plan. Lucci said on his phone. Yes, I'll do it. Hanging up the phone, the corners of Gojo's mouth rose slightly. The war is about to begin. With that, Gojo stood up and walked forward. The war is going to begin. What do you mean? Are you going to attack Doflamingo now? Yes, everything is ready, now just take the palace. There are a lot of them, how many of you are there? I want to think, 4. What, 4? You are going to attack the palace with just 4 people? Do you know how many people there are in Doflamingo? He not only has several cadres with strong combat effectiveness, but also a lot of troops. There are only 4 of you, how can you win? Quote. Rebecca was fantastic that Gojo wanted to take the palace of Dressrosa with 4 people. That's Nanabu Kaido Flamengo, the terrible figure who captured the kingdom of Dressrosa. He is huge, powerful, and his combat power is outstanding, and every subordinate is not a fuel-saving lamp. Even after seeing Gojo's great strength, Rebecca did not think that only 4 people could take the Dressrosa Palace guarded by Doflamingo and his men. It's okay, because, in the face of Rebecca's dissuasion, Gojo stopped, turned around and said, I'm the strongest. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.